Let's take a look at this principal payment now on this 3% loan. Now remember, my extra payment on the other loan was 301.63 on line 2. So on this new loan, when I lower the interest rate, my principal payment has jumped to $430.08. To do the same thing, to eliminate one line from my mortgage, it's going to cost me $430.08 to eliminate one line from my mortgage, not $300 and 301.63. So if I was going to make some headway on this loan, because when we pay extra, we only pay the principal payments. If I make my principal payment larger, am I now making it harder to pay the loan off early?
No, it's easier to pay it off early.
Really? So if I'm going to eliminate one line from my schedule, is it easier to come up with $300 or easier to come up with $400?
Oh, it's easier to come up with 300.
And if the $300 is going to eliminate one line from my schedule, and the $400 payment is going to eliminate one line from my schedule, which one would I rather use?
The 300.
And it's at the higher interest rate. I know it's a lot to take in, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. All right. I'm looking now, my cumulative principal for 1 year at the 5% level, $3,688.34. If I prepay that, David, I'm going to knock off 1 year off this loan. Let's say I had $3,688. If I could prepay that, I would knock off 1 year worth of payments. Okay. But at the 3% level, the $3,600, I only knock off about 8 payments instead of 12. Do you see that my money doesn't go as far as helping me pay off the loan and eliminate payments when I lower the interest rate?
Yeah, I see it.
And that's what the banks aren't telling us. Now, here's what I'm also saying. Am I saying that it's never a good idea to refinance? I am not saying that at all. What I am saying is that if you are going to refinance, answer the pertinent question. And the question is this: how much interest am I going to pay overall to eliminate this mortgage? Not what my payment is going to be, not what my interest rate is going to be, but what is going to be my interest cost in eliminating this loan. I do not want to be short-sighted looking at my smaller payment, looking at my lower term, and then end up paying more interest because I make it harder to pay off the loan. See, when most people do this, David, when most people do what they can to lower their interest rate and lower their term, they don't do anything extra. Got it down to a 10-year payment, and I've got my payment down smaller, and I've got it down to 10 years. But the person with a 30-year loan is out of debt in 7. You still have 3 years left.
You can't see me shaking my head, but I'm shaking my head.
So this is how we get fooled into this thing. So the bottom line is going to be this: when we do the math, you will know whether it's going to be a good idea to refinance or stay in the loan that you are and save interest there by understanding how amortization works and how to beat the bank at their own game. David, does that make sense to you?
Man, you setting people free with this thing, man. You are setting people free.
What state do you live in, David?
I live in Massachusetts.
Oh, wow. Okay. So listen, man, we're doing this in every state in the union. Folks are finding out all over the place that they can cut their interest costs by 75%, not just with their current situation, but they can do it, David, without changing their budget and without sacrificing lifestyle. What does that mean? You don't have to eat beans and rice. Now, I heard the kind of little accent there. I love beans and rice, or rice and peas, depending on where you come from, but not every day.
Talking to me now.
Okay.
Talking to me now.
But not every day. Okay? You don't have to do that. You don't have to eat ramen. You don't have to drive a 30-year-old car. You don't have to stay at home and not go anywhere, not do anything, sell pizza at night, and then take all the money and throw it at the debt. We're going to show you how you can live well, save money with your current budget, and be able to get out of debt in 7 to 9 years by saving on the interest side, not cutting your family's lifestyle back so you can take that money and throw it at the debt. How would you like that, sir?
That sounds amazing.
All right. So at the top of the screen, you see a link up there. It's ice10k.com. If you will click on that link or type it into your browser, ice10k.com. ICE stands for Interest Cancellation Expert, by the way. And if you do that, you can follow the directions. You will get a code. When you get that code, type the code into the space provided, and it will let you into our financial form. Put all your information in there. Someone from my staff will set up a consultation, and you can know the month, day, and year you can be debt free and how much interest you can save. And we'll also talk about that interest saved. We can show you how you can invest that into your family to grow generational wealth. And if you've read the Bible at any time, you know that we are under a mandate to set aside money for our children's children. And how can we do that if we're spending it all on interest?
Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. I have already downloaded the book to my Kindle and getting ready to upload that form right now.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in, David. Listen, you've helped a ton of people today. Have mercy. Thank you so much, sir. And I'm looking forward to talking to you in the future.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.